Hey, there we are. Good evening, everybody. How are you? It's good to see you, and it's good to be seen by you, unless, of course, you are not in Louisiana. Then it's good to be seen swamp. Anyway, I, of course, am Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you live, loud and clear from a freezing bog somewhere in the state of sunny but cold Central Florida. How are you guys? It has been a fun weekend. I hope you guys got some relaxing in. I was miserably cold the entire time, and I do not want to hear from a single one of you saying you don't know what cold is. Yeah, multiple days of below freezing temperatures is cold. So yeah, I know what it is, and I've been miserable during it. So I hope that it goes away soon and leaves me alone. Hello, Gonzalo, pseudo TPK, Great Old Ones channel. Gonzalo and Great Old Ones are, of course, they play in the Tuesday night AD&D First Edition live stream game that we conduct right here on the show, and I'm very excited about that fact. And I would like you guys to do me a favor. Yeah, same. Great Old Ones, exactly the same. If you have not already, if you haven't done this already, could you please click the subscribe button and click the bell icon for notifications? It would be super groovy if you did that, guys. We're creeping up on 9,300 subs, but it has become creeping. YouTube is throttling me. I feel they are screwing with the algorithm. It means my stuff is being seen by fewer people, and fewer people are subscribing because fewer people are seeing my stuff and hearing that call to action that I like to ask people if they would be so kind to do. So please spread the word out there. Let's try and get to 10,000 subs by the end of 2026. I was thinking it would be by the end of February, but that is probably not going to happen at the current going rate. So maybe possibly we could get there by the end of the year. That would be pretty nifty, wouldn't it? Why would YouTube hate me? That is the question, isn't it? That is the question. But look, I want to just pump the brakes. I've done that call to action, and I want to talk about a more important call to action that I need everyone's help with. I need everyone to do me a favor on this. Now, let me see here. Let me. There's a young man who gads about YouTube. He's got a pretty cool little channel. He's dived deep into TTRPG YouTubing. He is a man with passion. He's a smart man. He is a he is a good man. And come on, YouTube, man. DuckDuckGo has just been absolute crap lately. Let's see. There, I can get his channel from here. I can just do this. There we go. He is Jack, the Lost Lore Scholar. You can find him hanging out on YouTube. And I want to I want to talk about him for a minute. Now, throwing him a subscribe is nice. That is very nice, and I think you guys should absolutely throw Jack a subscribble there. Here's the thing. Jack is a young man. He is an expecting parent. He and his wife are expecting their first child. They just got their car paid off, and their car's electrical system has pooped the bed right at the time when he is going to have to take paternity leave, and she is going to have to take maternity leave, and that is going to leave them with diddly over squat for the babby. paying for the expense of repairing an automobile is not bueno. It's not going to do well. I have been where Jack has been. A cold January. I was out of work. Our daughter had just been born. We were on our back foot here. And I've been there again. I I wish it would stop, but it is what it is. But this isn't about me. That's just by comparison. So I know a little bit of what Jack's going through about being an expecting parent, about having all these worries, and about having a vehicle that won't go when you desperately need it to go. So what do we do? What do we do? What can we do? All I can do, guys, is tell you to support the hell out of Jack, to go over there right now. I think he's streaming right now. Yeah, he's streaming over there right now. I'm gonna say something in there. I'm gonna I gotta mute that. You guys could probably hear that. I apologize. So I'm gonna do a little something real quick. I'm gonna say at Lost Lore Scholar, I am streaming and taking your name in vain. So anyway, so here's what we need. I don't know what he's going to be saying because I've got him muted right now because I want to talk to you guys. Doc Flamingo, good to see you. You guys know that I was 23 months of membership for Doc Flamingo, guys. Everyone look at what Doc is doing and do some more of that. In the coming days, possibly as soon as this Saturday. Well, first of all, I'm going to post up the how can you just give, send, go fund me, something he's doing. Something he's doing right now. I will get that posted up here in just a second. But what can I do? I'm broker than hell anyway. So possibly as soon as this Saturday on my Discord, you will have to come to the Discord. I will be having an auction. I will be auctioning off this original D&D repro set with all proceeds to go to Jack and his family. So if you want a chance, if you want to crack at one of these OD&D repro sets, if you do, we will be I will be auctioning one of these off on the Discord channel. I will be spamming the hell out of it so you guys can come and you can take a crack at winning this. It's going to be the OD&D repro. I will write inside that it is a reproduction, but with this you'll get the reproduction rule booklets, Men and Magic, Monsters and Treasures, the Underworld and Wilderness Adventure, the reference sheets, and also a repro of Chainmail. So if you want to play OD&D with Chainmail, I don't know what I'm going to start the bidding at. I got to make it worth the young man's time. So this is for you, Jack. We're going to auction off an OD&D set repro for you, OD&D repro set. And all the proceeds are going to go to his it's Ko-Fi. It's Ko-Fi.com. That's it. So it's not going to be this one's mine, and it's getting like handled a lot. So Jack, you'll get a nice or I would love to send you one. It cost me $100 to ship. Hey, Kengo, thank you very much for becoming a member. I appreciate that. That's really cool. So yeah, It's an original reprint, limited time only. Where else? Exactly. So the proceeds for this will go to Jack. Somebody else will get a nice crispy OD&D repro set. You can walk out there with your balls a clicking at the comic store and be like, I heard you guys wanted to play some D&D. Bam. And you put this on the counter and they're like, oh, when they see a wood grain OD&D set. Now, first of all, let's go to Jack's Ko-Fi and check that out. I want to see. It doesn't show totals like GoFundMe does, but give me just a second here to pull this up. Yeah, the nerd council of doom's making fun of me. Let's see. And I'm just going to mention this. Later this weekend. All right, so let me do this, scrolling up. All right, so here we go. It is on. You can support him over on ko-fi.com, Lost Lore Scholar. I have been where he is. I've been where he is. So hopefully you guys will get in. Hopefully you guys will bid on that. Look, I'm not eBay. Okay. But one thing I am going to tell you is there will be rules. The bidding will all be in public. You do not PM or DM a bid to me. Don't be like, I want to, Bill, let's sell it to me. No, the bidding will start, the bidding will go, the bidding will end. And what we will do is, I'll probably just set it as automatic. I'll have a bid room. And there will be some very strict rules for those bidding, and viewing it. Is there a link to the Discord invite? Yes. I will put up the Discord. Now, there's not an auction room set up yet. Okay. I just I just want to do that. Hang on a second. I got to type something. I am just making fun of Jack a little bit there because I told him what we're going to do for Jack, because I've been in Jack's shoes before. So let's see. Invite people. Come to me, my minions. Ha 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 ha. There we go. Let's see. Unto Excess says, I had people freak out 25 years ago when I played Magic the Gathering with unsleeved alpha beta cards. Would love to see the face of the grognards when this opens on the table. Same. But anyway, there is the Discord. That is, I don't have like I don't know. I have friends who have Discord servers, like Matthew Tapp has his own Discord server, and it's like, whatever, cc.discord, whatever, / Barrows and Borderlands. Like, he gets to have one. I don't have one. Yeah, no, Gonzalo, you're a henchman, dude. You are definitely a henchman. So anyway, and the only other thing is I will say is, it will not be live stream. It will not be live stream. You guys will, once the money is transferred to me, if the winner wishes to remain anonymous, that's up to them. I mean, you guys will be able to see like the final bid. you guys will be able to see who wins a final bid. But in the long run, if the winner wants to be anonymous, they can. If I can figure out it, if you want to be anonymous in your bidding, if I can figure out a way to mask your input in the Discord, I will do it. Hey, Boone Flyer, good to see you. Oh, Cyrus Wright, hello. I hope you're doing well, Boone Flyer. Been a minute. On2XS says, unless he wears a size 13, I cannot be in his shoes. My bad times did not include a wife and a wee babe. Well, I'm a 13 wide myself, so on2XS, but I've got a couple of little ones myself, and so anyway, I can read that in the voice if you like, Gonzalo. If you'd like to hear that in 23's voice, I can do a pretty good 21 and 23 if you want to hear them. All right, here we go. I get their numbers mixed up. I do get their numbers mixed up. But I'll do it in both, and you can just tell me which you prefer. All right, here we go. I'm going to star this and go back, but I want to leave the Discord link up. All right. Are you the bully of your school or the victim of bullying? Do you watch movies about costumed heroes and think, wow, that guy's a pussy? I sure hope someone much cooler, but let me start over. Are you the bully of your school or the victim of bullying? Do you watch movies about costumed heroes and think, wow, that guy's a pussy? I sure hope a much cooler bad guy kicks his ass. All right. And now the other guy. Are you the bully of your school or the victim of bullying? Do you watch movies about costumed heroes and think, wow, that guy's a pussy? I sure hope a much cooler bad guy kicks his ass. There you go. That's my best Venture Brothers. Ba ba ba. Do 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 do. Sorry, I'm just being kind of goofy right now. Anyway, I think everybody's got the Discord link now. I'm going to go back and I'm going to put the Ko-fi link for Jack up again. If you need the Discord link, you gotta say again, I need the Discord link now, Bill. Let's see, where's the Ko-fi link? Come on. When am I auctioning it off and where again? Advanced Fantasy Games Saturday, and it will be on my Discord channel. That is not the link to my Discord. That is a link so you guys can go give some love to Jack. Oh, I got a super chat. Hench for life, absolutely. Ba ba ba. Doot 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 doot. Daddy's home. Bzz, oh my God. When that show was good, that show was the best. That show hit every touchstone of being a Gen Xer. Every single touch. If you were born between 1967 and 1975, everything good and weird in your life was on display in the Venture Brothers. D&D, old computers, superhero cartoons, comic books, angst. God, what an incredible show that was. I loved the Venture Brothers. Yes. Yes, yes. Go ahead. Take it from me. Cue the JG Thurwell that would get my channel demonetized for playing. So anyway, yeah, what you guys are going to do is you're going to come in on a Saturday. Bidding is going to open. I'm probably going to do it at noon Eastern on Saturday, and then I'm going to close it at 10 o'clock Saturday night. It will just be shut down at 10 o'clock p.m. I'm not going to be an auctioneer saying going once, going twice. It'll open and then it'll close. So that is what we will be doing. All the funds will be sent to Jack. I will be covering shipping on this. I really hope nobody overseas wins it. Really do. But I will be paying the shipping costs and everything like that, and I will send it off to its winner, packaged very nicely, and then they will get it. Speaking of that, there are 3 of you people out there who've won OD&D sets in the drawing back in December, and you haven't contacted me. TikTok. That's all I got to say. TikTok. 150 days. You got 150 days. You need to get me your contact info. You know who you are. So, I know, Michael Dale. I know. We have some winners. Let me. Do I have that doc? I know Mrs. the Dungeon Delver has the document on her PC. You did contact me? Did I tell you that I'd sent your set? This is quite the conundrum. I was not holding out on you if you're not the same person. And I'm not throwing any shade. This is literally just an organizational issue. Yes, then we have been in touch, and yours has been shipped. Yes, yours has been shipped. And if you want, after the show tonight, I will shoot you a tracking number, but it should be there. Weather dependent, it should be there tomorrow or the next day, I would guess. So yours has been sent. Yours has been sent. Yes, it has absolutely been sent. And note, I said 3 people because you and I have been in touch, and yours has been sent. So fear not. Let's see, and I'll check it myself too. It may be such that Mrs. the Dungeon Delver is the person who has it. Okay, here we go. The reading of names. All right, so Germ War, if you're out there, Todd Sharp, and Jack Neller. You guys gotta get back to me and get me your info on your sets. I know Todd Sharp and Jack Neller are regulars around here, so you guys please let me know. Germore, I used to see you around a lot, but I haven't in a hot minute. But Mrs. the Dungeon Delver has your actual contact info. I will get that from her. And if she doesn't, then I will dig it up from the contact info that I have on file through Patreon and YouTube memberships. So please do that, guys. There are currently only 19 of you guys watching over on 21 of you guys watching over on YouTube right now, and that's pretty awesome. Yes. Okay. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna make a note here, and we're gonna say shipped. So don't worry, AFG. I shipped your box. I went into the post office and I shipped on their counter. Then I shipped in that bin. You know, it's big enough for me to put a ship in. So don't you worry. All right. So that disgusting stuff aside, let's talk about the week ahead. Tomorrow night, guys, we are going to play some first edition advanced D&D. We're going to play first edition advanced D&D, and I'm psyched about it. I'm looking forward to it. I love sitting here and playing first edition AD&D with you guys. It is so much fun. It is just stupid amounts of fun, and I'm ready and raring to go. I'm raring to go. Hopefully we will be a full house. Yeah, Johnny Depp's ex-wife Amber Heard shipped the bed. We will hopefully have a full house, but regardless, we're going to play some first edition AD&D. Monsters are going to be fought. People are going to be having a lot of fun. People are going to be rescued. Slavers are going to be dealt with, maybe, possibly. And then we are going to, on Wednesday, guess what? We're going to game again because, and I will tell you why, Kyle is back. Yes. It's the school exams. The kids have run away. Kyle will be here on Wednesday, and we will be playing some more, his post-apocalypse adventure action RPG, ultra lightweight, very simple system, guys. 1d6, not even 2d6. 2d6 is overcomplicated for him, so it's 1d6. So I'm very, 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 very happy to get back to that. It's going to be me. It's going to be him. It's going to be Sapphire. It's going to be I can't forget, of course, we're going to have Joe Kaufman in the house on Wednesday. Thursday, we're going to get into some stuff on Thursday. I do not currently have a guest lined up, but we're going to have some fun on Thursday anyway, so don't even sweat that. Gonzalo. Sounds a lot more fun than my mini RPG. Of course not. What are you, stupid? God, dude, that just hit just the right way. Try my minimalist RPG. The RPG where nothing is possible. It's titled, Of Course Not. What are you, stupid? Can I slay that dragon? No, of course not. What are you, stupid? You're just a fighter. He's a dragon. Oh, mercy. All right, so Thursday, we'll get it. We'll have some fun on Thursday. I'll have to go back and check the schedule and see if we've got anybody lined up for Thursday, but I don't believe so. Friday. Now, this past Friday, guys, we played the Blade Runner RPG, and it was so much fun. It was from Free League. I think I did a pretty good job game mastering. I think I did a pretty good job game mastering Blade Runner. It is my favorite film of all time, and that there's an RPG for it. You think you would think like, wow, that's right in Bill's wheelhouse. So it is, and I like it, and the audience seem to like it, and the players seem to like it. So we've got we've got three folks. We got Yang Yan Zhao. We've got Stephanie will be here, and a new player. It's Jason MD. I think I got that right. He will be Jason. I know I got that part right. So Jason will be here, and come and join us. It's too bad that we are alive, but then again, who does? That doesn't make any sense. And so Ken Goad says, how do I get on one of these old school games so I can prepare for my Lake Geneva retirement? Ken, that's that's a hell of a retirement plan. I'll tell you that. I gotta find that old folks home. Except I'm not moving up to Lake Geneva. I'm sorry. No, we were there in late March of 2023, and there was a foot of snow on the ground. No, absolutely not. But Lake Geneva is lovely to visit in the summer, which is where I'm going to be in July. I'm going to be up at EggCon. That's right. The celebration of Gary Gygax and old school gaming, EggCon. I will be there. I will have the mobile studio, by which I mean my lovely little laptop. My lovely little laptop here, my little Dell, my little, I think this is like a 9th gen or 10th gen i5. It's got enough grunt to do everything I want. I'm actually very pleased with it. I did not realize this, but my portable monitor will work with it just off of a single USB 3 port from here. So all I got to do is slap a hub over for my other USB needs, and then connect my portable monitor, which requires no power supply. I'm very happy about that. It both sips power and takes juice, our output signal from the same port. So that'll be very helpful. I'm not sure if I'm going to take the portable monitor though, because I'm not sure how much video editing I'm going to be doing. We'll have to see. But this is now the portable studio, and it's going to be a lot of fun up there at EggCon. Doing some streaming and whatnot. That's going to be just a gas, man. It's going to be a sagacious gas. But I guess that's looking forward ahead way too far. But anyway, and then that finishes up the week. But and again, Saturday, noon to 10, it's going to be a hands-off auction at the Delver's Dungeon on our Discord. Winner, the high bidder will take an OD&D set, and the monies will go to Jack. So need to help the young man out, because that's what we do. We lift each other up, and I want to I want to do that, and I hope it will help him. So that's the plan. Now, with all that falderall out of the way, let's see. I'm just going to go through and I'm going to answer any questions you guys have got, and you guys are going to ask any questions that I've got answers to. Ken Goats has been doing GaryCon for 8 years now, hoping to go see Heidi and Eric at EggCon this year too. Ken, stop by if you see me. I would love to say hi. Go to Newfoundland in June and you can enjoy a blizzard. No, if I want a blizzard, I'll go to the Dairy Queen. Thank you very much. Your company just built a site at Kenosha. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenosha, Wisconsin's own Weezer. Anyway, you'll send me to the moon on Thursday. You might even join me. That sounds very provocative, pseudo TPK. Who will land on the moon next? A person touching down. I think NASA's really pushing for it. So probably us, probably by 2027, 2028. Oh, now that's a question. It has been suggested that a black pudding only damages a target's armor until it is destroyed, and at that point the target takes damage. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I don't think it's like you have this uniform, perfect, hermetically sealed shell of metal around you, and that the black pudding just stops, eats that, and then keeps moving in. I think it'll push into your visor, under your it gets everywhere. Your armor's being destroyed and you are being destroyed, all in one big dissolving thing. Runeward Gaming, yeah, exactly. It would ooze through. It would want to get at the ooey gooey chewy adventurer inside. It would not simply give way. Uh Black pudding at the Chinese buffet Saturday. I ate at a German Chinese restaurant the other day. I mean, the food was good, but an hour later I was hungry for power. Um Yeah, Gary loved his molds, slimes, and jellies. I know one of the monster, maybe they just started pulling this shit with fourth edition and have just done it since then. But I know one of the new D&D monster manuals like threw them out as encounters entirely and just said they're dungeon hazards now. Thank you, Daniel Rowan. They're just dungeon hazards. Like, this is just like, it's this number of squares wide and this number of squares long, and you make saves to avoid it, which I call bullshit on. I call bullshit on pretty much every structural thing that they've done with Dungeons and Dragons since and including the release of Unearthed Arcana. I felt the game was perfect the way it was. That's just how I feel. Dungeon Master's Guide, Player's Handbook, Monster Manual, Deities and Demigods. I do consider that an important book. Monster Manual 2 and Fiend Folio. And quite frankly, that's it. The World of Greyhawk box set if you need a packaged set. And the classic run of modules. That really, I mean, I'm a paleo AD&D'er. What can I tell you? That is what people are like. Oh yeah, I love AD&D, especially Dragonlance and Oriental Adventures. And I'm like, you play new D&D. That's new D&D to me. I liked the Wilderness and Dungeoneer survival guides too. They're awesome. You can put 2 burgers and 2 orders of fries on them, and you can carry them around so well. The each will hold a couple of New York pizza slices, a jumbo drink, a couple of jumbo drinks on them, so you don't get watering on anything important on your table. Love those books. No weapon specialization. Okay, that is enough. I'm sorry, have I offended? Who calls the second? Yes. Well, I call it appetizer burger and mains burger, but I like dessert burger. Of course, you can just tuck one in your jacket pocket, and then it's your emergency burger. Let's see. Well, I mean, that's you could do that. If I have too many burgers, what does too many burgers mean, pseudo TBK? I don't understand that. I don't, what too many burgers, like You have 20 people and 21 hamburger. I don't understand what too many, but get back to me on that when you can explain more clearly. Yeah, I don't. So I'm going to say this about specialty clerics. The World of Greyhawk boxed set has clerics that can do things that bare metal first edition AD&D clerics don't do. Like, oh gosh, is it Fultus? I can't. But it adds perks to clerics of certain gods. Like at certain points, clerics of certain gods and goddesses get certain abilities. Yes, 100 tacos for $100 for the nowadays. $100 at Taco Bell is like 6 meals. It really is. It's like 6 meals. It's horrible. Yeah, see, I would never ever use the barbarian. I'm sorry. I just barbarians are like Kinder. They are literally like handing someone a musket and saying, yeah, just blast at somebody. I'm sorry. It's giving the power to a player to say, that's what my character would do. Why did you break my +2 longsword? It's what my character would do. I hate it. I don't like it. RuneWorld Gaming, take care. Thank you for hanging out. Alignment-based spells. I mean, I think there are certain spells that you should probably not. It's like, Animate Dead is one of those that I think you should be really careful with if you're a cleric. Okay, why are you casting Animate Dead as a lawful good cleric? We have to get Bob and all of his equipment out of the dungeon. We've already got a bunch of injured. It's safer this way. I am giving him the command, follow us wherever we go. I'm not having him attack. And as soon as we get where we need to be, we'll put him down and then, resurrect him or raise dead or even reincarnate him if we can. I will be allowing all of Unearthed Arcana when I GM cool. I'm going to play a lawful good Drow Cavalier in your 1E game, Gonzalo. I'm looking forward to it. If Animate Dead were reversible, what would the reverse do? See the first edition AD&D combat tables. That's what the reverse of Animate Dead does. Animate Dead, unanimate alive. Well, we have an entire subsystem to cover that. Yeah, a Drow Thief Acrobat. Somebody's got to dig the player's grave. I mean, you could do that. It's like Bob didn't want to be brought back, but he did want to have a proper burial. Wom, arise, accompany us out the dungeon. Dig a hole, 6 feet long, 3 feet wide, 6 feet deep. Lie down in it and pull the dirt over yourself. If you damage a raised dead, does that damage transfer once brought back to life? I would say you'd have to be like exceptionally careful with the body. That any damage you inflict is going to lead to scarring. It may lead to the loss of a member, something like that. So when the player comes back, they might be missing a hand, a foot, an eye, what have you. You'd have to be exceptionally careful. Exceptionally careful. So, hey, TXG, good to see you. Using you, the player gets to decide what their character is. There you go, Gonzalo. Get some of your own back. Fight us on that. Oh, I like that. A raised character must be able to carry out the amount it will cost to resurrect or reincarnate them. Reincarnate's actually not that much. What is my current PC? Probably 10 or 11 on the Tuesday games. Maybe a little bit more than that. No, reincarnation works for elves. Raise Dead doesn't. Raise Dead does not. Let's crack open the player's handbook here. Oh, come on. Oh, recent files. Where is it? Good Lord. Sorry, I'm trying to find it here. That is my PDF of the player's handbook. There we go. I hate Adobe so much. I hate them so very much. All right. Reincarnation. It's a 6th level magic user spell. It's also a druid spell. It's a 7th level druid spell. Druids have the capability of bringing back the dead in another body if death occurred no more than a week before the casting of the spell. The person reincarnated will recall the majority of his or her former life and form, but the class they have, if any, in their new incarnation might be different indeed. Abilities and speech are likewise often changed. The table below gives the reincarnation possibilities of this spell, and then we get badger, black bear, brown bear, boar, centaur, dryad, eagle, elf, fawn, fox, gnome, hawk, human, lynx, owl, pixie, raccoon, stag, wolf, wolverine, and then we use the magic user reincarnation table. So let's go over the magic user reincarnation spell. And for the magic user, similar to the 7th level druid spell, it's a 6th level magic user spell. 7th level druid spell does not require any saving throw for system shock or resurrection survival. The corpse is touched, and a new incarnation of the person will appear in the area in 1 to 6 turns, providing the person has not been dead for longer than 1 day per level of experience of the magic user. The new incarnation will be bugbear, dwarf, elf, gnoll, gnome, goblin, half elf, halfling, half orc, hobgoblin, human, kobold, orc, ogre, mage, or troll. Ogre mage wouldn't be bad because you'd get a bevy of powers, and then you could just polymorph yourself back into your original form, so you could at least you could at least see what that looks like. Could you reincarnate them polymorph to get your character back? Would you need to reroll stats? So I don't know that I would require you to re-roll your stats. But yeah, polymorph would work just with the understanding that if unless you're a magic user and you hit yourself with polymorph self, if it's polymorph other that someone hits you with, that can go away someday. They could literally just say, "Nah, I'm done. You're gonna look like a troll again." But yeah, no, I don't see any restriction. But you know what? Let's look in the Dungeon Master's Guide. Maybe there's a spell clarification for it. Dungeon Master's Guide. All right. So the only note about reincarnation is, regardless of the form of the creature in which a character is reincarnated, allow the new form to progress as far as possible in characteristics and abilities. For example, a badger character could grow to giant size, have maximum hit points plus bonus for a high constitution, and the intelligence level of its former character. A centaur reincarnation might eventually gain a hit dice up to 5, 6, 7, or even 8, and it would be eligible to wear armor, use magic items, etc. So let's keep moving. Reincarnation, see the cleric spell, same name for commentary on this spell. I think they meant druid. Yeah, so I don't see that reincarnation falls under the same stricture as a raise dead spell. Do reincarnated characters get the power, though, or just the form? Now, this is an interesting question. This is an interesting question, Gonzalo, and I'm glad you asked this because I like this question. Do reincarnated characters get the powers, though, or just the form? The way I have seen other DMs do it, and I kind of like this, is that they gradually gain them with levels. It's up to you as the DM to determine, but they're not gonna fully know how to use those things yet. There are certain affectations, like if you're a human and you're reincarnated as an elf or a dwarf or a halfling, you'll get infravision like instantly. But if we go back to say say you get reincarnated as a dryad, okay, dryads have that innate charm person capability. You might not get that right out of the chute. That might be something you're aware that you can attempt, but you don't get that until, say, you've leveled as an adventuring class as the dryad, and a dryad, I would say, could probably well, I mean, it would depend on what they were when they died, wouldn't they? I mean, if your dryad was a fighter, you gain a level of fighter. Oh, there you go. You've got your charm ability. No, there's not a system shock needed for 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 polymorph. Yes. Polymorph other, they do have to roll. They have to roll a system shock. So a human reincarnated as an I'm guessing you meant elf has to learn snobbery +4. Yes. But yeah, I mean, I would say if you came back as an ogre magi, you're not going to be throwing out the cold ray and polymorphing and flying and becoming invisible and assuming gaseous form and all the other fun stuff that an ogre mage can do just right out of the chute. You're going to have to slowly build up to it. Yeah, but there's a lot of dragon that wasn't fully tested as good as it might have been. And I say this as a guy who's created alternate rules and that sort of thing that just didn't work. But yeah, I like that question. I do like that question. I'm sorry, I'm very fidgety. It is getting colder in my studio, guys. So I hope that answers your questions on the topic. Wow, 54 of you guys watching over on YouTube. That makes me happy. Thank you all very much. Are they still playing their game? No, they quit. They're done over there. So I feel like until you guys ask me some more stuff of import, I feel like I need to talk a little bit because now Orange Dragon spray sodium metal, yeah. But is it Orange Crush? Orange Sodium? That was a lot funnier in my head than it actually sounded like. But anyway, I want to talk a little bit about what went down last week with YouTube now that I can actually devote some energy to it. So Inja Joe says, if a player is reduced to 0 hit points by white, it results in a permanent level drain, but a single hit would only hinder the PC, maybe slow them down, but the penalized, but that's up to you. A white's level drain is on a hit. I just deem it that it's on a hit. At what point does Slay living on players would? At any point. I mean, if you're going around using Raise Dead like that, I mean, that's just mean. So basically, I live and die by the YouTube algorithm. They can switch my channel on, they can switch my channel off. You guys, a lot of you guys, but not all of you guys, and I'm going to get into that, have been seeing the cascade of YouTube shorts that I've been doing. Is there a lower dead? Yes, that's when you hold up your holy symbol and your high enough level cleric and undead disintegrate. That's lower dead. So you've been seeing the YouTube shorts I've been putting out, and they have been wildly successful. They've been wildly successful. Back in October of 2025, my channel was just kind of stumbling along, and it's just like I did the mental math, and I was like, it's going to be 3 or 4 more years before I get to 10,000 subscribers on the channel. That's just how it is. And I did a couple of YouTube shorts about the OD&D sets. And then I realized how stupidly easy it was to do them once I got the hang of it. And then I started uploading them. And when I did that, there was this explosion of subscriptions. I went from 7,400 subscribers to today, almost 2,000 more in the space of a couple of months. And I was blown away. You guys you're lovely, Daniel Rowan. You guys are wonderful. You guys really like those YouTube shorts. And I was overwhelmed. I was flabbergasted. And I still can't thank you guys enough, particularly if you've just joined up because of the shorts. And if you haven't, please do click the subscribe button, click the bell icon for notifications. So yeah, I see the YouTube shorts. They start taking off, and I'm just doing them every day. And it's like everything I throw up there is hitting. I've got a YouTube short that's got 20,000 views. And all it is me pointing out that the defect in the player's handbook where the fifth level cleric should have been prefect, but it was typoed as perfect, so they literally just erased it off the printing plate but never went back and fixed it. That is what I said. Give it a little bit of a clickbaity title. I said, this changed how the cleric was played forever. But big deal. I did not expect it to do that. And it's been anomalous, but I had days when I'd have 50, 60, 70, 80 people subscribing to the channel. Woohoo! And I sat back and I said, I didn't rest on my laurels, but I looking at that, I was like, let's do some math, carry the 2. We're going to hit 10,000 subs by March, guys. Isn't that going to be cool? And so it went. It waxed. I figured it was settling down into a nice even amount. It was getting like 3,000-4,000 views on a YouTube short a day, picking up 20 to 30 subscriptions a day. Everything was groovy. Until we got back to last Monday. I upload the first YouTube short right in the time slot it needs to be. I hack the next one together, and then I open up YouTube's dashboard again, and I look. It's 90 minutes later. Just let's see. Agent Joe, I just play the rules as written, man. They damage you and they level drain you. I can see your argument. And if I was playing your game, I wouldn't be like, no, play it by the book. Absolutely, dude. If that works for you, excellent. But anyway, so I turn around and I noticed a downward trend with the YouTube shorts. No, that's fine, Joe. That's fine. Thank you. Thank you for keeping us talking about D&D. And so I decided over the weekend leading up to that, I was going to do not 3 shorts a day, but 10 shorts a day. I was going to make up for it on volume. So if you're knocking me down to only 2,000 views a day, I'll put out 10 shorts. Or 2,000 views a short. I'll put out 10 shorts and it'll go back up to 20,000. So the first short I put out on Monday, an hour and a half later, had 33 views. 33 views. That's not a downward trend. That is a cratering. So I posted the next video. Another hour goes by. I check it. Comparatively, it was booming. The other video is now at 63. This one is at 131 views in an hour. Something is the frick wrong. I waded through the soup. I got someone on text chat at YouTube. Long story short, they told me that my numbers going down was not actually my numbers going down. I did not have less viewers. My viewers were the same, despite the fact that the view, like I was like, I can cut and paste the graph on my thing that I see that you guys send the numbers to that shows me that the line's just going down like that. And today it has cratered. It has gone just flat. And they said, we don't see any problems with it. It is working as intended. Those were the words. It's working as intended. So I went over on X and I posted a very angry video rant on X saying that it seemed like all of a sudden YouTube has decided that my channel's just not going to be allowed to go forward anymore. that they had throttled me completely. And a lot of people misunderstood that because I was very upset. I just said, I don't know what I'm going to do anymore. I'm not going to be allowed to do YouTube anymore. And a lot of people misunderstood that to mean that I was quitting YouTube. And I'm not. And I apologize for leaving that feeling in some people. So I start tagging YouTube in all my posts over on X, and they respond. We understand it can be frustrating to creators sometimes, when you're trying to do blah, 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 blah. And one of the funniest fucking things that they said to me was, try to create videos that will engage with your audience. All I create are first edition AD&D and classic TTRPG videos. That's all my audience is. You guys don't want to see mukbang videos. You don't want to see react to music videos. You don't want to see makeup tutorial videos. You don't want to see me clowning around in Minecraft while I'm reading, Am I the asshole text from Reddit. You guys want classic TTRPG stuff, and that is what I'm going to do. That's why you come to my channel. That period. That's why I have an audience. But, and this is interesting, after I go with all this, I drag them on Twitter. I talk as calmly as I can to their help bot. Later that afternoon, the two videos I put, I didn't bother with a third video that day. I was just disgusted. The two videos I put out, they took off. Not but an hour later, they took off. And they're now both comfortably sitting in the 4,000 or 5,000 views. Now, why is that interesting? Okay, Bill, they caught fire. That happens. Because anyone who has dealt with YouTube Shorts can tell you that if you don't engage in the first couple of minutes, that short is going nowhere. They don't come back later and they don't go viral. YouTube Shorts have the life expectancy of a mayfly. Someone typed in a couple of commands and fast-tracked those shorts to kick them up, to shut me up. I absolutely, positively, 110% believe that without a doubt. Why did these non-engaging shorts that nobody was watching suddenly, after I dragged them on social media, literally within 60 minutes, hockey stick up? Both of them. One of them, I believe. Two of them, no. See, here's the thing. I believe in coincidences. Coincidences happen all the time, but I don't trust them. So, thank you, Gonzalo. And thank you, Jay. Recon, good to see you. So So that's what happened. That threw me for a loop. Now my YouTube shorts are back to underperforming, but here's something that didn't change. Kabuki, good to see you, my dear. Hello. Here's something that didn't change. I said that people were engaged by my shorts up until last week. Someone said to me that right up until I left for Page, right up until I went to Philly, they were seeing my stuff in their feed. It vanished. I had a number of people say, I'm White Bell subscribed to you. I don't see your stuff anymore. It's been this way since the end of December. It's been this way since the first week of January. I am being muted by YouTube. I am being muted by YouTube. That is what is going on, and that is why I was so upset last week. All I can do is continue on what I'm going. My 40 subscriptions a day fell to 20, fell to 15, fell to 10, and is now back down to 2 or 3 subs a day. So it's probably going to be, hopefully, no later than the end of the year before I hit 10,000 subs. Unto XS has, how long is a Monday night? I guess that's what you meant when you said Conday night, Monday night, or did you mean like I'm conning people? The Monday night game has been going since 2014. It was not always Monday night, but that game has been going since 2014. That game is 12 years old now. Kabuki, while you're here, because I know you probably got to flit out of here. 78 of you maniacs, you absolutely beautiful people watching over on YouTube. Thank you all so much. And 45 watching over on X. That is really awesome, guys. Kabuki, while you're here, I just want you to know that Jack the Lost Lore Scholar is in need. We have the banners have been I'm sorry, not the banners, the beacons have been lit. The beacons have been lit. Gondor calls for aid, and Rohan has answered. Saturday, all day Saturday on the Discord, we are auctioning an OD&D repro set. All proceeds will go to help Jack. They are expecting their first. He and his wife are without vehicle. And, you know, babbies be babbies. Babbies do what babbies want. And Babby could decide tonight, time to go. Jack has no way to get her to the hospital. I mean, presumably he could wait for an ambulance, but. So we're going to be auctioning off one of these sets to help Jack. All proceeds go to his Ko-Fi. And, you know, if you can show him some love, that is the Discord link, which does not really, let's see. Let me see here. Let me see, Ko-Fi, maybe it's. There we go. You know what? I'm gonna peel this out and I'm gonna put this up, and I'm also gonna share up the link with you guys. Yes, the car is dead. To paraphrase Trent Reznor, his car is dead, and we all care. And if you've got some cash, put it right there. Zachary Melvin asks, how cold is it in Florida? It will be below freezing. It will get down to 30 degrees tonight. Zach Melvin. I don't know that it's the timing, Kabuki. We think it's something electrical, though. So, do that way? No, that's not. That's. Come on now. Give me the thing. There we go. So yes, that's it. So go out there and support the lad if you can. Let's see if that's bumped up at all. Now, unfortunately, unlike GoFundMe, we can't really see how close we're getting. I didn't want to pry about the amount that we're talking about. Rocking 15 Fahrenheit. Bob Jester, that's okay, bud. I don't know what they've done, Reconin. What he's told me. Understand, Jack is in the UK. I would be at Jack's house tonight trying to help him wrench on his car if he were here in Central Florida. He's not. But based on what he said, it's not the battery, it's not the ECU. I feel like it's the alternator. Just based on what he's told me, that, like, you know, it started up, and then he came out to start it again, and it went flat. He's not. He doesn't think he's getting anything out of the alternator. I just feel like it's a dead alternator. Honestly, I think it's like a $75 and 2 hours of knuckle busting and swearing problem. It's not an end of the world issue. It's not the starter. It will turn over. But I could be wrong about that. I could be very wrong. Yeah, no Harbor Freight, unfortunately. No Harbor Freight, no DAP, no O'Reilly's, as far as I'm aware. But anyway, so we lift Jack up. We lift Jack up, and we ask you, Lord, to deliver him from this, and help us help him. Is what we do, because we're all we've got, guys. This little community, you know, we're not multi-million-dollar YouTube people. You know, he can't go to a horse race after he's electrocuted his dog and pose with like 2 giant armloads of money. You know, he doesn't sit in a multi-million-dollar mansion in the Hollywood Hills telling everybody they should be more socialist. He's just a guy. And I met him out there on the interwebs, and he's got a beautiful wife, and they've got a baby coming anytime now. So anything you guys can do, anything you guys can do, just please check out the Ko-Fi. Did I put the actual link here? We're gonna put this link up here, guys, and I would very much like it if y'all could if y'all could just go out there. $5, $10, $1, $1. Well, that doesn't matter. If you got $99 and the mechanic wants $100, yeah, it does matter. So don't think, oh, I can't do anything. I mean, I'm auction right here. OD&D set Saturday, open auction all day Saturday at the Delver's Dungeon on Discord. If you guys want the Discord link again, if you're not already on the Discord, go to the Discord. I will set up a separate channel. I just, please, no conversation in that channel when I set it up. Go eat Kabuki. Let's watch your commas, not go eat Kabuki. Go have dinner. Kabuki, and we'll talk to you again real soon. A favored person of the channel, an absolute a sweetheart. We do like us some Kabuki kid around here. We didn't get our music thing, so let's see. I don't know if you're still there. A music pun. Here in Jack's car, he can't get very far. It's something in cars. There. Now you can leave. I mean, that sucked, but it's the best I can do. But anyway, guys, I myself am probably going to wrap up here in a minute. 88 of you lovely, 89 of you lovely people watching over on YouTube. Don't be that impressed, Kabuki. Go eat your dinner before it gets cold. I'm gonna have a roast beast sandwich here in just a little bit. Slam poetry does not suit us. That wasn't even slam poetry. That was a horrible mutilation of Gary Newman's 80s synth pop classic. Do dee 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 dee. Anyhow, that's about all I got, guys. I mean, I feel bad because I feel like I should stay here because there's 90 of you people watching. And let me tell you guys something. If each of you super chats $10, that would be super helpful to me too. But I also know you're not going to do it. But I got to do the please super chat joke. I have to, right? Because it's my thing. It's my jam. But no, I do want you guys to support Jack. 92 now. I'll stick around for a little bit longer. No, it's back down to 91, Michael. Yeah, I'm gonna stick around for a few minutes more. I want to talk D&D. I want to shift gears and talk back about D&D. I love that you guys are loving the shorts, though. I gotta say, it's very cool. Do you know what one of the biggest disappointments in terms of shorts is? Getting information about shorts, and I'll tell you the biggest disappointment and the biggest surprise. And I know nobody asked, but I'm going to tell you anyway. The other day I was racking my brain for a shorts idea, and I thought for absolute sure, that the best shorts source, now that I had started to empty out the brain a little bit, was Art and Arcana. All that trivia, all that information. And there were a couple of things that I had leads on, and I started flipping through here. Now, don't get me wrong. This is an amazing book. This is a fantastic book. But I grab it. Yeah, I've got a deluxe version too. This one's easier to open. And I started looking through, and I'm like, oh, I know X. And I couldn't find any information about it. I could not find, not for this one. This is my reference one. If I was showing you guys the Frazetta book, yeah, it'd be White Gloves. But I couldn't find any information in here about the thing that I knew. And it was art related. I was like, it was Gary Quapez. Like, I would have thought, talking about Gary Quapez and the fact that he went on to do Conan and all that stuff, I would have thought that would have been prime stuff to put in Art and Arcana, but it's not in there. His name isn't in the index at all. I was so surprised. I was so taken aback. So it, unfortunately, hey, Orbital Air, good to see you. Your Eldritch Wizardry. How can that be? Bob, how can that be? It's like the major chunk of a page. I almost wish you were here because I want to see an Eldritch Wizardry that does not have Gary Quappa's work in it. But anyway, so yeah, I just started I just started looking through here, and I was a little taken aback by how thin on the ground a lot of information in this that I would have thought would have been in this book was, because I've looked at it, I poured over it for the art, but sitting down and actually reading it, I was taken aback. So, what do you do? Did I ever pick up the history of how we trashed D&D that possibly had some fun info to mine? I may get one, dude. I may pick one up if I can get it for super cheap. I absolutely will. But I'm not. I'm not really enthusiastic about seeing about seeing my money go to Wizards of the Coast for that. You have a printed copy now from a PDF. Okay, let me see. So I don't know what provenance the PDFs that went into my supplement Bible are, but now I want to look. So that's Blackmore. Okay, so here we are, Eldritch Wizardry. Let's see. See, page 13. Let's jump zoom to it. Let's jump scare to it. The good camera's not pointing at a great angle, but there you can see it. That's Quappa's art. Page 13. Good day. Wow, 95 of you guys out there watching. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate that, guys. That's awesome. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I mean, all the PDFs of it I've seen have it in it, and that came from a PDF, and that clearly has it in it. You know, I feel like I've got a PDF of it kicking around on this PC. There's supplement 1. Maybe I don't. Not ignoring you guys. I'm just looking for 2, World of Greyhawk. Maybe it's in downloads. Type. I'm looking. Let me see. Oh, that was, I did not want to open that. No, I don't have a PDF copy of Eldritch Wizardry on this machine to look at, Bob. I am sorry. I have to start up the old laptop to get the PDF. Can't find the EW printed out version. Apparently, we'll keep it with my OG stuff. Well, you need to fix that. But yeah, I would imagine that We Hate Gary Gygax's history of original D&D is probably going to be discounted. Almost feel dirty doing this, but I want to look this up. Many of the Jacques' works were done by Paul, but few use. Read the name that's signed. Read what is in the book. That's kind of my. Are there any modules that list the 2-hit armor class 0 in the pre-gens? I feel like there are some. I'm just struggling to think of any. For almost certainly for basic D&D, there's going to be, because they leaned heavily on basic D&D. But AD&D, I can't think of any off the top of my head. But if somebody knows of one and wants to pop in, oh, what was it? Oh, right. Amazon, let's see. And we are looking for... All right, there's Art and Arcana is currently $37 if you guys want to get it. A history of original D&D. The making of original Dungeons and Dragons is currently $74.99. I will not be purchasing that, so obviously, you just close that. Now, let me bounce this back to you with an even more unpopular take. AD&D and Raised Dead. Speaking of AD&D, Raised Dead or Resurrection. No, you're absolutely right, Jay Tyler. The system shock mechanic is thus: your character has a percentage number that is pegged to your constitution score. The lower your constitution score, the lower the percentage chance. If you are polymorphed, particularly against your will, you must make a system shock survival roll. If you are raised from dead, not reincarnated, if you are raised from dead or resurrected, you must make a system shock survival roll. If you fail the System Shock revival role, you are totally and irrevocably 100% dead. Your body could not survive your soul or spirit being suffused back into it. That is the end of you. But anyway, unto excess. This is the last thing I'm going to say about it. And if the chat erupts about this, I'm just going to ignore what is being said. If a person, by the way, 102 people watching, oh my gosh. Thank you all very much for tuning in to the tune of 102 people. Shout out, guys. Say something in the chat. Say hello. If you're one of those over 100 people out there in the audience, I would love to hear it. But my take is this: if you go back to wherever and say, I know my name was Ben Jones, it's John Jones, please change it in subsequent publications, then I will refer to you by what I see in the book. But if I have a volume of the book and it's Ben Jones, I will say Ben Jones. And that's literally the last thing I'm going to say on the topic. We're going to move on. We're going to move on. We'll probably call it at the bottom of the hour, guys, but having a lot of fun. Oh, a few folks had to scurry away. I get it. You get that many people in an audience, and boy, folks are going to have to come and go, but that's okay, because I love you all just the same, just very much the same. Hey, if you haven't already, if you're one of those 102 people at max there a minute ago, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, share. That would be wonderful. We're at 9,263. We are currently, I'm gonna math here, math. We're gonna open that. We're gonna do this. Guys, we 737 subscribers left to go. 737 people. Hundreds and hundreds, but still, that's less than 1,000. Are there any AD&D classes not in the PHP that should have been made the cut if reprinted now? Isn't System Shock more about losing more than half your hit points? No, I've never seen a rule like that. I've not seen a rule like that. Remdog. Are there any class? I mean, I'm actually one of those weirdos that doesn't hate the Thief Acrobat. Like, I don't like the Cavalier. I despise the fact that they made the Paladin a subclass of Cavalier. I don't like the Barbarian at all. But I'm actually okay with the Thief Acrobat. I'm okay with the Thief Acrobat. There's stuff that Fofford and Mauser did, particularly when they were climbing Stardock, that could be deemed an acrobatic feat. Unto excess, one I can also think of very seriously, a witch class. A witch. WITCH. I've loved the write-ups. I did my own tribute to the witch a couple of years ago, and I adore the witch class. In fact, it got translated into Japanese. Not by me. I didn't hand it to someone and say, hey, translate this into Japanese, so if anyone in Japan ever wants to see it. No, there was a follower of mine over on X, Twitter, first edition AD&D fan in Japan. I need to reach out to him. I haven't heard from dude. And I'm really I'm really worried. But I gave it to him to read, and he said, "Hey, this is really good." He gave me some adjustment suggestions and some things that he had tweaked, and then he translated it to Japanese. So like his friends in his circle could use it, and gave me a copy. And I was just over the moon. I was just over the moon. That was so awesome. But yes, I would love to see a witch class, like 3 schools of witches, like a white witch, like a good-hearted, kind witch, a gray witch who maybe she has to traffic in both, sort of a neutral, and then of course black witches who are just inveterately evil, just different circles, I guess maybe you would call it, or covens. I don't know. I would have loved to have seen that. You also remember your DM setting a limit on times you could be back to no, that's not a homebrew. You lose a point of constitution after you perish. If you survive resurrection, you have permanently lost a point of con. Now, you can find a Librum or Tome and raise it back up. 10 wishes will raise it back up a point. Maybe you could get a boon from a god. Maybe an Ioun stone, but then when the Ioun stone goes away, yeah, that's very much a house rule. I've never seen any rule like that in AD&D where you black out or die if you lose more than half your hit points in a single shot. Just don't. I just don't do that. I just haven't heard of that. So, wowee, 110 folks watching. Please, guys, if you're out there and you have not already, please give us a shout. 110 of you fine folks watching would just that is so neat. We got 15 minutes left of chat tonight. We have a great week ahead of us. Yang's going to be here. 3/4 of the play group has dipped in tonight. We got Yang. He'll be playing. He's out there. He'll be playing with us on Tuesday. Great Old Ones and Gonzalo Lira's Bar Tab, and hopefully Thing Kyle will be feeling a little over the weather and want to hang out with us. So I just hope it's not freaking cold anymore. So but anyway, I can't believe that there's been 110 of you fine folks tuning in. That's really awesome. So, looking at time ahead, I know we've talked about the week ahead. Kyle's going to be here on Wednesday evenings running Yes But. Not to be confused with its competitor product. What? No, of course you can't. Don't be an idiot. Published by Gonzalo Lira's Bar Tab. It's still, you still got me, dude. So yeah, we're gonna keep on keeping on. And people have asked me about joining the games and stuff like that. I would say that that our dance card is pretty full on Tuesday. There may be room for 1 or 2 more people on Tuesday nights, but of those, one or 2 seats left is for Graph Paper Architect. I'm hoping he's going to come back soon. You'll be here on Tuesday. I know, 110 people watching. You've hit the mid-80s. Yeah. Out there in that Sonora Desert, man. Did you know that hurricanes have hit the Sonora Desert before? Now, to be clear, we're talking about they disintegrated into heavy rain showers. But yes, there have been hurricanes that have gone up the Baja Gulf, hopped to the mountains, and landed right in there. He's going to hate me even more when the warm weather returns later this week. Are there any camping spots left in my backyard? You're going to have to negotiate with the coyotes, okay? Which is what I actually have in my backyard. So if you want to cuddle up with them at night and they don't mind, then you're all set. But we do have coyotes here in our neighborhood. We have coyotes, we have black bears, we have of course we've got possums and armadillos and raccoons and so on. Bobcats, we've got bobcats. Bob Jester's buying an RV. I can see Bob Jester pulls up in front of my house. Shutter's full. Please don't do that. please don't. But yeah, so we have got an absolute a ton of stuff. Now, the reason Bob is buying an RV and the reason that Unto XS is asking if there any camping spots left in my backyard is because the reason I've been harping on the 10,000 subs, got to get 10,000 more subs is this. It is simply this. And this is when I hit 10,000 subscribers on this channel, to you 100+ people out there watching, keeping mute, let me tell you this. I am going to plan and execute everyone who stood in my way. No, that's later. I'm going to plan and execute the Great Underground Overland Gaming Convention. I don't know why I'm gesturing like Peter DeVries, played by Brad DeReef. Go. But yes, the GWOC, the Great Underground Overland Gaming Convention. What is it? It will be an in real life, an in-person, an IRL, a meet space meetup here in sunny Central Florida, a gaming con that you guys can come to and attend. It's not going to be free. I can't do that because the space is going to cost me money and I'm probably going to take a bath on it, but that's just happens. But we're going to do that. I'm excited about it. And that is when I hit 10,000 subscribers. It's not going to be like, okay, I hit 10,000 subscribers today. Tomorrow the con starts. I hit 10,000 subscribers today. Now the plans, the concrete gets poured for the foundations. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to that. And we're close, guys. We're like under 800. We're like, what I say, 700 and some. We are at 737 subscribers away from that. So tell your friends, tell your family, get us up over 10,000, and won't that be cromulent? So please do that. But also coming in April, I know I've talked about the GWOC, but coming in April is the GWOC, the Great Underground Online Gaming Convention. That is free. That is totally free for you guys to join. We're holding it over on Discord. That's going to be Mas Grande. That's going to be very big. I'm looking forward to it. We have got guests lined up. We've got panels. We're going to have guests at panels to talk to you guys that you can interact with. You can ask questions of. We're going to be doing it all over on Discord. You can sign up for games. You can sign up to run games. You can sign up, to help out if you want to help out. That is awesome too. So yeah, definitely be there for both forms of GWOC, won't you? So those are some pretty big things coming up, and I hope you guys will all want to be part of it. And every word that falls out of my mouth, there is a part of my brain way in the back that's screaming at me to shut up and don't tell people this, because you're going to bungle it and people will know what a fraud you are. So that's just how my brain works sometimes. Yay me. So with all that stuff going on, all that coolness going to happen, then, you know, we'll ease into summer. I will be up at EggCon. I am going next winter because apparently I lack any form of common sense. Next winter, I will be going to Page again to work their live streaming booth again, something that I'm looking forward to. Will there be a Crom clinic? Why not, Piter? That's a good go. Let's see. Can all of your local fauna be found in the monster manual? Probably. Will there be a Crom clinic? How much clinic do you need for Crom? The user's manual you can get from Drive-Thru RPG if you don't already have a copy. I've got a dozen copies of the user's manual. They were written by Gary Gygax. Very handy book to use with Crom. But no, I will be more than glad to tell people. I will be more than glad to tell people how to do it. Bob, that's weird. That is so. We do me a favor. Will you send me that PDF? I want to see that PDF, because I know for a fact that, like, my copy of Eldritch Wizardry, where is it? I mean, I have to really be careful with this, but yeah, you can see it right there. Page 13. That is very strange. And now I want to know the provenance of a supplement 3 that doesn't have Gary Quappa's art in it, and why it was removed. Maybe it's not newer. Maybe it's older. Maybe they brought him in later. Someone said with an eraser. What horse shit. What utter horse shit. All right, guys, my voice is shot. I love you all. Please support Jack. Come to the auction. I'm going to show the auction every day this week. We're going to help Jack out. And I just want to say that this night I've watched it go up from 40. It was like 41 earlier today, and it is 51% now. Spaghetti West, good night to you. I will be back tomorrow. We will be back tomorrow. We will play some first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm really looking forward to it. Everybody, please do not hesitate to tune in. And whatever you do, wherever you are, if you're not going to do it for me, if you're not going to do it for the Delver's Dungeon, at least please consider doing it for the Owl Bear. Peace. Good night, everyone. Love you all.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere, in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around, some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle, way off course? Naked as a toad, all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.